mean, looking at him, looks sort of maybe in his, from what I can see, sort of like in his 50s maybe. Might have been a little bit older, might have been a bit younger, but he's a bit out of shape, you know.
There's a man standing there.
Come on, please.
Welcome back to our first investigation after lockdown, to a castle ruins and World War II airfield.
Hi guys, welcome back. We've just completed the opening prayer, so we're all nice and protected here this evening. There's a few of us that are going to be calling out, but I'm not going to just keep talking to the camera. I'm just going to let you watch our investigation, okay? But if there's any questions you've got, please don't forget to put the questions on. We'd be more than happy to answer any questions that you've got, okay? Ready when you are.
So, if there's anybody here in this area, I'd like you to draw close to me, please. The energies that I have and the energies that we have, and you can manifest yourself. Tell us who you are, where you're from. We're here to help you and to listen to you. We know that you've been interacting and making some of the instruments go off. And it's quite fun, isn't it?
That's good, Lee.
Feel happy to keep doing that. It's a good way of communicating with us.
And
Yeah.
we've put the REM pods out in sort of very similar. What's that?
EMF reading.
Eh?
EMF reading.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so we put the REM pods out roughly where we've got them again tonight, and we have had some activity tonight.
Oh, I don't know. Like the KTs.
So I don't know whether.
Yeah, I mean, I feel more this side anyway.
Yeah.
We did, but not just restricted to that. Almost like it's sort of circling. But sort of further over that way is where I sense the most. I get the strongest feeling, the strongest pull. So, any spirits that are here, if you can see that light that's standing by me, come towards it. They're there to help, not to harm you. If you're happy to stay here, we'll leave you here.
Come on, if there's any spirits here, please come forward. Please come and communicate with us. Show us that you're.
Shit.
Oh, that's you. Sorry, that was one of the member of the team set that off.
Sorry guys.
No worries, at least we know it works.
Well, at least we know where it is as well.
Oh,
It's still
dear.
right on the night, yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, Chris, just a minute ago
I saw
when
it
you
go
was
off
off.
when you said
yeah.
it. Yeah. Okay. So that was good. So that was that John, you think, do you?
To be honest with you, I don't think it was,
No.
but
There's
quite
someone
possible. If it's John, then he tends to come and go.
Mm-hmm.
He sort of comes around for a couple of minutes and then he goes off for about 5 minutes and then he'll come back again.
Yeah.
And I felt that that was his job role within this area. And I kept getting the word coming through of, what was it? gun runner.
Gun runner.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then I kept getting gunpowder coming through.
Okay. I mean, I certainly saw some things earlier, earlier on in the evening. I saw a sort of white figure, and the REM pod went off
Yeah.
as soon as it went past it. As I turned, but then he then moved over there and set those ones off, didn't it?
Yeah.
It'd just been good, and obviously playing with the balls for a bit, wasn't it? But
Yeah, over there, that kept going off,
Yeah.
and there was no one near it at all, was there?
so we can build up some energy here and see if we can draw them in, maybe between us.
Yeah.
All right. So if there any spirit here, we're opening ourselves up to you. Use the energies that we have between us and come and stand in front of us. If you're here and you want to talk to us, come and stand in front of us so we can hear you. Use the energies that we've got, please. You can sense you're around.
I keep wanting to say black box, black box.
Yeah, because that's what they're
Whether
looking
it's quite possible, yeah.
at. Yeah, that's what they're looking at. So
Come
if you
on,
can
go
see the
near.
black box on the floor, stand over it, stand in front of it, stand between us. Use our energy, it's here. Feel something there. Sort of standing over there now. It's got that kind of feeling. Something standing over there. If you're over there, why don't you come forward this way? Tell us about yourself. Don't mean you any harm. We just want to find out a little bit more about you. And a little bit more about this place. Because we don't know anything about it. Maybe you could tell us. You can feel it now there.
It's weird because when it is around this area here, you want to keep looking there.
Yeah, and that's what I keep doing.
Yeah.
I keep getting drawn over there now. Maybe we could go over with the K2.
Come on, there's another REM pod on the floor.
I'll pop.
Is there a ball?
Okay.
I think I placed it somewhere
Can't see it anywhere. Let's have a look.
Okay,
Just
there's
be
another
careful.
black box here. Maybe come walk between us. It would be nice to know you. I see a very big white bar there. Just drop down. That's it. Keep walking this way and come between us. I can see you there. Can you see just there? I can sense you there. But what's your name? Come prove to us you're actually here. Walk between us. Stand between us.
I sense that there's one just slightly further back.
Yeah. Wanting to come forward.
There's one more darker.
Mm-hmm. Come on, if it was your job to walk this perimeter. Oh, hello.
Was that your K2 that went off
Yeah.
then?
There's
Okay, so we're getting activity on the K2 there.
Would that set it off?
No,
Okay.
definitely not.
So definitely got some activity there. Thank you. Oh. How about walking between us again? Standing there. It's obviously your job to walk up and down this section, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
So were you here when they built this place? Come stand close to us. Because when you stand close, we can feel the answers. Oh. So were you here when they destroyed this place?
Yes.
Was it your job to guard it? Oh, that was a faint yes, wasn't it? Yeah,
Double flash there.
double flash. And have you been here ever since? Come close. Yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. So really standing right, I can feel it. I've got goosebumps all over me. I'm feeling cold now. Are you stuck here? Okay, if you want to answer me, you need to step back and then just step close to me when you want to say yes. I'll ask you some questions. So do you understand that? Step close to me if you understand that. There you go. Step back. Step back. Thank you. So, are you? I was just going to ask him if he's English, and he knows before I ask him what he is. So you are English. Okay, you're not French then. Okay, step back, please. Step back. Step back. That's it. Good. So, were you a guard here? Did you work here? I get the feeling of almost like a chef or a cook or something.
Do you know what? I got that last week.
Cook.
I got kitchens, didn't I? I said that to everyone last
So
week.
you ran the kitchens here. Yeah, there we go. So you were in the kitchens. That's wonderful. Are you getting that on the camera?
Yeah. Guys, do you want to come a bit closer? Simon, it might be worth you coming a bit closer because you might pick something up on the sound.
So you were in the kitchen. So step back from me, please. Step back slightly. Step back, please.
Just be mindful of the camera, guys.
Okay, I can feel the pressure around your chest. So is that what you... See, it's difficult to understand you now because you're standing too close. I know you're excited. Step back, please. Step back. You need to step back now. Otherwise I can't understand you.
It's probably all the energy that's around you
It's
now.
going, there's a lot of energy, it's just enjoying it, isn't it? Right, okay, I'm going to ask you some questions and I'm going to ask my guides to help me understand it.
That feels really weird. Since I've come over to you, I feel much warmer.
So tell me.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Stay
Right,
off
what?
me.
Still going over there, look. So you're right here, aren't you?
Did you hear that?
Yeah. Still going over there, look. So you're right here, aren't you?
Did you hear that?
Right, is your name Jean Frederic? Or John Frederick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's English, and he's.
So John Frederick. That's wonderful. It's lovely to meet you. And it's nice to know what you did. So did you die here? You need to step back if that's a no. You did? Okay. I'm not sure if that's a yes or a no now.
No.
Okay, John, you need to step back away from me. Thank you. So when you want to say yes, then you can come close and use my energy. But when it's a no, you need to step away.
Yeah, John's is going off as well now.
Okay, so
And that REM pod's just gone off as well.
do you understand? Do
It
you
might
understand
have been you,
that?
John. It was you, Si, yeah? Okay, cool.
So show me you understand that by stepping in close to me again, please. There you go. Now step away, please. Now step close to me again. Now step away. Step away from me, please. Okay, so that's pretty conclusive, isn't it? So
Yeah.
we've got a John Frederick, who was a cook here. Thanks, John. And who died here. Did you die here or in this surrounding area? Maybe in a town? or village near here. So it was a nearby village. Okay. John, were your family here too? So your whole family worked here, or were associated with this, or part of this?
Oh, yeah.
So some of your family.
I think he was very much alone.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why, and I'll tell you why. Last time we was here, I got an age of him, and that probably indicates why he was alone. Because
Okay.
I got, well,
Let's
you
see.
asked, yeah.
So John, are you still there?
Is yours going off still?
What's the name Goddard?
going off.
What's the name Goddard? I'm getting the name Goddard here.
Goddard.
Look, he's gone off.
Yes, mine's going off with
Did you know the Goddards then? Were they part of this? They were. I just got the name Goddard and I just thought, why am I getting that? Okay, did you work for the Goddards? Yeah.
Was he the captain?
No.
Sergeant?
So you served the Goddards? Do you not like us mentioning them? Step close if you don't like us mentioning them. Where are you, John? You still there? Yeah? Okay, John, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask you how old you were. Okay? Or how old you were when you were here. So, were you a boy? A man? Were you 20? Older than 20? Were you in your 30s? I'm not really...
Oh.
In your 30s?
That's good here.
Okay. 31? 32? 32? Draw close.
Yeah.
32. What's the age you got?
I got 20 to 30s.
So 32.
32,
So we're in the
it's
right
around
area.
the right area. Yeah.
So 32. Was it 32 when you died? No. 32 when you were here? When you worked here? Did you work here as a boy? Up to a man? Did you come here as an apprentice to someone? Not answering now, is he?
No.
Okay, John, thank you for that. I'm going to give you a rest for a minute, okay? And come back to you in a moment.
Cool. Well, it was quite good, wasn't it? It was quite effective, that. Don't know if you want to keep yours on for a little bit longer, John, just to see if you got any...
mine
Did
was
you?
like going with Chris's when he was
Yeah.
asking. But
Yeah.
I think mine on anyway.
Did you seem to pick anything up, Simon, through any of the...
So we might
Maybe
be able to do
next
that
time we
later.
get-
might be able
yeah,
to do
just
that.
say
We
to
do something
them, can
different
you-
next time, rather
yeah.
than doing that, we'll maybe use the board if you want, see if we can get them through there.
Yeah, and say to them, look, you know, can you go to the mic? Can
Yeah.
you go close
We
to
can do it- we
Simon
can
and
do it
say
close-
something?
We can do it close to the mic, can't we? So that if there is anything said, and we can use the energy.
Yeah.
She's obviously happy to use our energy.
We're just going to do a Ouija board. We're here in Kent currently, as you can see. We're got a bit closer to each other, so we've got our masks on at the moment. You all right with yours on, John?
Mine's very
Yeah.
light.
Okay. John may take his mask off. You're not in the camera anyway, but just in case anybody does see you, you have got reasons for not having to wear one anyway. So, okay.
So we're going to use a Ouija board.
Yes.
Obviously, we've had some interesting interactions. We've had some recordings on the some recordings that we can't explain as well. We think they're a voice and a groan. We've certainly been feeling quite a lot of spirit around. We had interactions with John earlier, as you saw. Those of you that were there, were setting off the K2 and answering some of our questions. So now we're going to see if we can get a little bit more information from the spirits that are there. So when you're using a Ouija board, again, like anything with a spirit, it's always wise to protect yourself. And one thing you have to remember, which you'll notice that we will do, is when we finish with the Ouija board, we'll always say goodbye and we'll close it down. Never leave these things open, because that's a way of leaving yourself open as well. Okay?
Natalie,
Natalie, is
So,
that hi?
hi, and Lemon Dairy. Lemon Dairy. Lemon Dairy said hi.
Hi
So
guys.
hi everyone,
Hi.
yeah, hi.
Hi. So let's get started. Are you joining us, Ryan, a little bit later, or? Yeah.
You might
Okay,
want to do the
cool.
hill one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to go up on the hill.
Back up.
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Warm our hands up.
Hands are very cold. One of the drawbacks of being live at night. So one of the things you do first of all to get the energy going is you actually move the planchette round and round in circles, and then you start to build up an energy, and then you ask for the spirit then to start. You ask asking the questions, and then see if you get some answers. So we're just going to start by moving it around and round. And then we're going to ask the spirit, so is there anybody here that would like to communicate with us? So now, okay, so what we do is we're loosening our touch now, so we're lightening our touch on it, so we're not trying to influence it, but we're still spinning it. We're trying to give the spirit some energy, so whoever's here, and maybe John, if you're still here, please feel free to come over and talk to us. This is a board that has letters on it and numbers on it. Okay. We're going to start again. I don't think it's really given us anything yet. So guide our hands, please. Guide our hands. Give us answers. So is anybody here that would like to communicate with us? The sun is yes. The moon is no. Move it to whichever one that you want to. Stop it where you want to if you're here. Okay, so I'm feeling someone here actually.
Oh, it's on a bit.
Yeah, standing right behind us. So look, just stop our hands if you want to communicate with us. Okay, at the moment,
Sorry.
no, it's okay.
I just felt so it touched my hand, that was all.
Yeah, I think they're trying.
It was this hand that it touched.
Yeah. So look, you can move the planchette. This thing that we've got our fingers on, you can move it round. You can point it to where you want it to. If you want to tell us something. I'm just going to point the board out to the spirit, just in case, because, you know,
16
I think
cold.
you've got to understand, maybe we're dealing with people that potentially couldn't read or write, and we're asking them to spell things out. So I think we might end up with yes or no answers on this one. So let's stop that for a minute. So if any spirit are here, the sun is yes. The moon is no. Okay, and down here is goodbye. So if you don't want to talk to us, then just push it there. If you want to say something to us, you can give us yes and no answers. We'll be listening. Just use our energy to stop our hands where you want it. John, do you want to ask any questions? Do you want to see if there's someone there?
If there's anybody around that would like to communicate, come and use this board. odd spell. We do have yes and no. We just want to find out a bit about you. The board will not harm you. You have a lot of energy. A lot of energy here. Come towards us. Come and stop this planchette where you want it to go. Don't be afraid.
Behind him. Behind you, you said? Where? We. Where? Is that where or we? Can somebody see something behind us? Well, if I were you. Oh dear, we're not scared. I can.
So we want
Okay,
to try
what
with one
can
person
you
today.
see? What can you see behind us?
Come on, don't be afraid. Come onto the board. Use this board to communicate with you.
Run like your life depends on it. Started
Okay.
following. Thanks for following.
Let's try with one person.
few
I'll see
people
if I
followed.
step back and
Yeah,
see if I
cool.
can draw the spirits over to you.
What do you want me to do, sorry?
Just try either one or two of you on there. I'll stand back and see if I can just draw the spirits closer. Close your eyes when you're doing it.
Oh my god. Oh dear.
Alright, not pulled out. Maybe line it up in the corner. He's just coming on.
Okay. Let's ask if there's any spirits here first.
Hello, if there are any spirits here, please come forward. Come and say hello. We know some of you are already here. Don't mean you no harm, we just want to talk.
Okay.
Gonna go around again. Ain't got around yet.
Okay. Come on, I call upon the spirits that are here with us tonight. Please come forward and communicate with us through the board that we have in front of us. We don't wish you any harm in any way. We ask that you wish us no harm. This is a very good way of communicating with us. You can spell things out. You can give yes and no answers. There's numbers on the board as well.
Well, I did see a couple of people asking why we're doing this.
It's just another way of communicating, really. We've got REM pods. Oh, going round to build the energy up. To build the energy up is what you would go round for. Okay, so we'll stop that now. Okay, guys, you ready? If there's any spirits here, please can you move the planchette? Can you go to yes? I asked the spirit that was communicating with us earlier, John. John, can you come forward? Or can you encourage the other spirits to come forward and communicate with us? We wish them no harm at all. If any of those spirits are happy to come forward and communicate with us, can you move this planchette in any way that you can? Come on, if there's any spirits here, please come forward. Can you move this planchette to a yes? It's on the board. Okay, what we'll do is we're going to show around the board, okay? So, for the spirits that are here, the yes is there, the no is there. You have the alphabet from A to M and then N to Z on the second line down. You have numbers from 1 to 9 and then 0, and at the bottom of the board, if you don't wish to communicate with us, you can go to goodbye. I ask the spirits that are around us to use the energy to move this planchette to communicate with us. Can you please move this planchette to the yes to show us that you are here? It's slightly moving, but not a lot. It is very... I can feel that there's something there, but it's not... It's almost either, like you said, Chris, it doesn't want to communicate using the board.
I don't think it does. It's the feeling that I get. They're sort of standing away from that.
Yeah.
I think they're happy to talk to us. I'm not so sure they're happy to use that. I think it's because of their age. They don't understand it. You know, they might see it as something not good, just
not
because
good
of some
to
of the,
them.
just because of some of the symbols that are on it, because they wouldn't
Yeah.
understand what the board was anyway.
Okay, we ask one more time, if the spirits are here and you wish to communicate with us, please use this board. The device that's on under our fingers, just move it around. Okay, you can move this and point it to the letters or the two words yes and no, or you can point it to the numbers and stop. Okay, can you move this planchette to any letter or yes or no? Someone said about maybe moving to a different place.
Possibly. I just get the feeling they're standing
What about
away
up
from
on
it.
the hill? Did you want to do it up there, or?
I mean, you can do. I just get
Anywhere.
the feeling that they're standing away from it.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm sensing them all round, but I'm not sensing them wanting to come forward.
Okay. Okay, good idea. We are going to move to a different part of the area that we're in. We'll try and use the board there one more time. Otherwise, we'll just close it down, the board.
We're just going to find out a little bit of information about you, and that's all.
Okay, who's going up?
Which one?
One that,
This one, yeah.
no one
Can't make this one turn off. Can't make the
The
lights.
green light flash.
Yeah, this one. Come sit next to us, come stand next to us. I said you don't have to use the board just yet, or at all.
So quiet as well, isn't it?
It's gone
Deadly
quiet, hasn't it? Really gone
It's
quiet.
lovely. It's very peaceful here.
Mm.
I don't feel there's any negative energies here at all.
Oh no, there's not. No.
That was a whistle, wasn't it? I heard that from over there.
over there.
I can't see where you're pointing. Okay, let's say goodbye. Goodbye. Okay, alright, what we do then, guys, is we're going to move to a different area. Take the glove off and oh, what's that?
That's Mike. Mike.
No,
No, it was the mic. The mic
Oh,
that did it. I'll flop it round.
Oh, look, that's going off
But
again.
that one's going off because that's where.
Yep, got in. Quick. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, hi guys, we're back again. We just had a request from a few people to move to a different location, or a different area on the location that we're currently at.
That's the thing. That's what I sense it
What's
most
that?
up there.
What's up?
REM pod's
No,
going off
REM
up
pod's
there.
going off.
And that's where we're getting to like more negative energy up there
Okay.
than we've had certainly down there.
What we'll do is we'll literally try this quick, I think, and then wrap this
I think so.
balled up, to be honest with you. So, rightio. Okay.
There's no one there.
I've put a ball here. If that slightly gets knocked or any energy is near it, it will go off. So, you ready? That's going off again, you okay too?
Yeah, I know it
Is
is.
that your thingy though?
No, because the
Oh,
other one's
it's
going
going
off
off.
too.
Right, ready?
Okay, so we know you're there.
Is it right?
Okay, if there's any spirit here that wants to communicate with us, stop the planchette. If you stop it up near the sun, that will be yes. If you stop it down by the moon and the star there, that means no. Do you want to talk to us? That thing's almost moving. It's like rocking.
What, the actual device?
Yeah.
Hi guys, scary? Yeah, very scary.
Okay, so you might not be able to see it, but we've got a K2 down here that's just flashing like crazy, so we know there's a spirit here. It just doesn't seem to want to communicate through the board.
Sorry guys. If you can, Ron, just move that away from the board.
It's the ghost if it likes you.
Yeah.
Oh, got REM pods going off in the background over there.
Quite a bit of activity up this bit, isn't there?
Yeah. So we were quite drawn here earlier.
What's
There's
that?
loads of
Ask the
activity.
ghost if it likes you.
So-
Okay.
Do you like us? Well, that's going off. seems to be communicating through that,
Through
and not
that.
the board.
Yeah.
And the REM pod's going off like crazy over there.
Come closer. Come closer to us.
Okay, we got several things going on now,
Hey.
guys.
What'd she say?
Poster fell off as she said that.
Poster fell off.
Yeah.
Oh my God, my poster fell
Communicating through you.
Yeah.
Pin it back up. If it falls down again, let us know.
Yeah.
Talking to you. Come closer.
Okay, so we've got some stuff going on over there now.
We'll stop and
Do you want to? Yeah, and then see if it.
Them red lights. Mind moving through the red lights, please.
It's got this thing going on.
The red lights won't harm you.
I'm not feeling that they want
I'm
to.
not. No.
I think close this down. Try something else, maybe your pen, yeah, maybe your crystal. So what we're about to try is just using our combined energies up here, because we can feel their spirit here. They just seem to be standing away, and seeing if we can get them into the centre of the circle that we're forming. So we're going to use it, like say, our combined energies to do that, and see if we can coax them out in a last final attempt to communicate with them. So what we do is we just clear our minds first, and then see if we can coax the spirits in using our energies.
Simply going near them.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're just going to just centre yourselves a little bit first. Just going to ask for some protection around us first, just to make sure, because the feeling up here is not as nice as it is down
Just
there.
had something touch my arm,
Yeah.
my right arm.
Okay. Okay, doorkeeper, stand close to us. I ask for a band of protection to to be placed around us now. That nothing bad in any form may harm any of us or hold on to any of us. Let our energies now be centred towards the middle of this circle. That any spirit who wants to communicate with us be allowed into this circle and use the energy in the centre safely with the doorkeepers and guides to talk to us. So if there are any spirit here, and I can feel you are, please walk into the middle of this circle between all of us. Because you can use our energy to do that, and then we should be able to communicate with you.
I don't know about anybody else, but have you just got really warm?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a bit warmer.
It's because there's energy now.
Yeah, I've gone really, really warm.
Yeah. So if you can direct that energy towards the centre, just see it in your mind going towards that centre. Open up a doorway for them to walk through. If you're here and you want to talk to us, you want to tell us your story, you want to have help, then please enter into that light in the centre. We can use that energy to talk to you, to understand you, and to help you. Can sense you around. You don't need to be frightened. We're not here to harm you, just to help you. We're here to listen. Come forward. Use our energies to do that. See, I can almost sense one standing down there looking up.
Down where?
Down there. But nobody wanting to talk to us up here. Strangely enough.
I've had a tap on the arm, felt warm, and around mainly this ear.
Mm-hmm.
Almost as if somebody's, you know, when you tap on your ear and you get that tapping noise, it's that, I can hear it, but no one's tapping it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, if you just want to interact with us by touching us, giving us physical sensations, letting us know you're there somehow. Use our energy to do it.
If that was you earlier that touched me on the arm, do that again. Yeah, it's just done it again.
Mm-hmm. So can the spirit that's doing that go into the centre of the circle? Stand in the middle between all of us.
Come on, I ask you to go into the middle. Come on. There's a little black box on the
Stand
floor.
over it.
Can you just go near it for me? Won't harm you in any way.
It's definitely a different energy up here.
Do you know what I sense? That the spirit that's here wants to attach itself to someone.
Yeah.
And I'm worried it's me
it's-
because I think it's the way it's touching me. It wants to latch on,
Yeah. Because it likes your energy.
possibly.
But that's why I've protected it, because
Yeah.
I wasn't happy with this. You just ask your doorkeeper to stand there and
Yeah.
keep everything away. But we'll cleanse before we go anyway.
Mm.
But not here. Maybe we do that by the cars.
Yeah.
Okay, should we just just close this down?
Yeah.
Okay, we're just going to close it down then. So, and thank the spirit that have been here today, and those that have told us part of their story. Hopefully we can come back again and find out the rest. I ask that our doorkeepers stand close to us, and that we're bathed in the light of the Spirit. It washes away any conditions that we may have. Let no spirit hold on to us. We take nothing from here, and we leave.
Face to face, yeah.
No, they're coming up though.
Sorry, Ryan, accidentally driven that last one.
Oh no, there's not, no. Is that a whistle?
That was a whistle, wasn't it? I heard that from...
Okay, so...
That REM pod's just gone off as well.
What's the back of it again?
Do it out, at least get your arm.